Hello and welcome back to Simply Divine Creations. If you're new here, my name is Ebony and I post weekly videos on bullet journaling, productivity and anything creative in between. In today's video, I'm going to be setting up my 2021 vision board. Now, I do actually have a vision board that is a traditional cork board hanging up in my office, but last year, or about halfway through last year, I decided to redo it with just motivational quotes rather than actual goals, as I wasn't really achieving any goals. So it's still hanging up in my office and I really like it, so I think I might keep it as is, and this year I decided to go with a digital vision board, which I am still going to get printed and hang up, but I didn't really see the point in printing out a whole bunch of images and then just pasting them back onto a piece of paper, so I created it digitally. And to create this digital vision board, I used one of my favorite tools, Canva. I use this all the time to create my thumbnails and a lot of my social media graphics that I post, and actually a lot of personal stuff as well, like invitations for parties and events and things like that. It's so useful, so I do actually pay for the subscription, but what I'm doing today you could do with the free version of Canva as well. I highly recommend it if you haven't tried it before. So I started off by creating an A3 document size design, as I knew that this was the size I was going to get printed. And then I just copied over all the images that I wanted to include. Now, I got all of my images off Pinterest, I think, basically. I'll link my Pinterest board in the description box below if you like any of these images that I'm using and want to include them in your own vision board. But first off, I just wanted to get all of the images over onto the page and crop them and sort of resize them just before I actually started trying to build the vision board. Then I created a new page and of course changed the background to pink and started to add on the images and size them to fit how I thought they looked nice and how I wanted them to be for my vision board. So this part can be a little bit tedious, but just take your time with it, play around with all the different spacing and layouts and just find what you like and what suits the look you're going for. I think the best part about doing a digital vision board rather than a physical one is that this is a lot easier because you can actually keep resizing images and moving them and cropping them so they fit in perfectly, whereas once you've printed an image it's kind of stuck at that size. So that's a nice benefit to doing it digitally rather than physically. Now, as I was adding the images on, I wasn't too worried about blank spaces and things like that because I knew I was going to come back and add in some doodles and little drawing type things afterwards, so that's what I'm doing now. Canva has a really great elements section where you can get pretty much anything you can think of. You type it into the search bar and they've probably got an image of it. And they also do have like moving GIFs as well, which is really cool, but obviously not useful for this as I'm going to be printing it. So I just searched for the sort of vibe that I was going for, which was basically just like floral, stars, squiggles, all that sort of thing, and changed the colours to suit if it was possible and moved them around. So once I was happy with my final design, I downloaded it into a PDF as I am going to be using a stationery store here in Australia called Officeworks, and I know that's the preferred file type, but you can also download it as like a PNG, a JPEG, anything else that suits what you need your creation to be. And that's basically it. It was actually really easy. I mean, the most time consuming part is just picking the images and the little doodles and designs that you want to go with it. So thank you for watching my 2021 digital vision board setup. Don't forget, if you liked this video, to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks!